I'm often asked about how I became a popular investor on eToro. How did I grow my AUM, my assets under management, to over 2 million US dollars? How do you start as a popular investor? Because I have got this question about people who are interested about becoming popular investor on eToro and they don't know how to start. So they want to know my story about how I became a popular investor on eToro. While being the popular investor with the best returns over the last 2 years and also over the last year has helped me a lot to become an elite popular investor today, this is not all that you need if you want to be a popular investor on eToro. And it goes well beyond eToro. Even if you want to manage money for other people somewhere else, you want to start a hedge fund, you need some skills which goes beyond just making good returns on the market. For example, you need thought, fairness, accountability, responsibility, and transparency. And you also need to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. If you are new to the channel, my name is Ishfaaq. I am an elite popular investor on eToro with over 2 million US dollars in assets under management. So please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the coming videos. What makes eToro different from other brokers is that you have the opportunity to copy the trades of other people. Let's say you like that someone, they have good returns, they have a great strategy, and you want to copy their trades. Instead of you just investing your money by yourself, you just copy their trades, and every trade that they make is going to open automatically for you. So this is what copy trading is about. And those people that you are able to copy, they are called popular investors. So we have different categories of popular investors. There is cadet, there is champion, there is elite, and also we have elite pro. So it depends on how much asset under management you have. Right now I have about 2 million US dollars in asset under management. When I reach 10 million US dollars in AUM, I will become an elite pro popular investor. Being a popular investor today, this is my main source of income from eToro because I'm paid as a popular investor based on the AUM and also based on returns. So let's talk about how I became a popular investor. I was not born with 2 million US dollars in AUM. I started as an investor, I was a beginner in investing, but as I was learning, I was always sharing what I was learning. And I think this is what made the difference in the beginning. How I became a popular investor, the fact that I was always sharing what I was learning. So every day, if I'm going to read an article about something, I'm going to post about it and not just copy the words there, write it in my own words, post about it, talk about it, and you bring engagement on the feed and people are interested to know more about you. They're going to go into your profile and see what are your returns, and I had pretty good returns. My first year was a disaster, but eventually I was getting better. So I got the first copy year around April 2017, more than a year after I joined eToro. So that first copy year, I don't know why he copied me, but he did copy me, and after a few days I got my second one, and after that I applied to be a popular investor. Today it is a little harder to be accepted as a popular investor because there are so many people on the program, and eToro is being more choosy. I like that they are being more choosy because they want to be more professional now, especially that they are entering the US market. They are becoming a public company. But in the past, they were not that choosy. So even with 2 copy years, you could easily become a popular investor. And once you become a popular investor, you get more attraction and eventually you can grow your AUM. Of course, you need good returns. Without the good returns, nobody is going to copy you. My returns, of course, like I told you in the beginning, the first year was a disaster. The first 6 months was a disaster. But eventually after that, I got better and better. And there was the crypto boom. I had a few Bitcoin in my portfolio, a few Ethereum. By a few, I don't mean a few Bitcoin. I mean, I had a small portion, 5% of my portfolio in that, and I was talking about this, so people got interested about what I was talking about, and I took all profits on Bitcoin. I don't invest in this anymore, but in the beginning, I was still a beginner. I was trying new things, and I also invested in Apple at some point in 2016. I was heavily invested in Apple. That was the time that people were saying that Apple is done. Samsung will overtake Apple. Nobody wants to buy new iPhones anymore. And Warren Buffett was investing in Apple. I also invested in Apple heavily, and when it recovered, along with my Bitcoin and Ethereum, I got a big boost in 2017. I made over 120% returns in 2017, and I took profits on Bitcoin and Ethereum at the top. I knew when to take profits. Of course, after that, when my returns were not that outstanding, because 2018 was a bad year for me. We had a small correction in the end of 2018, and also because I had too much exposure on Apple then. When Apple crashed again in 2018, I had too much exposure to it, so my portfolio did not do so well, and I lost several copy years. 2019, I was still losing copy years. 2020, still losing copy years, until the end of 2020. Then there was a small recovery. In a few minutes, I will tell you why there was this small recovery. Of course, my portfolio was doing better, and then we had the GameStop short squeeze, something I predicted years ago, and I made over 3,000% on. I made over 140% in January 2021. So after that, because of these returns, I got many new copy years, and that's how I became an elite popular investor. But like I told you, it is more than just the returns. Communication is also very important. In 2018, 2019, even 2020, when I was losing copy years, it would have been worse if I was not communicating every day. I was communicating every day. I make 3 videos a week on YouTube, and then I share it on eToro. I'm always talking on eToro. I'm always posting things. This is what attracts people when you post something meaningful content. It has to be great quality content. And in the end of 2020, when things started to improve, how it happened is because of communication again. Even though I did not make money on GameStop yet, but I was communicating, I was talking about things, what I was doing, I was being transparent. The ways you can improve your communication as a popular investor or a wealth manager, businessman, is through social media. I have a Facebook group, I have a Discord chat, I have a YouTube channel. I already talked about it, and I have my investing course for beginners, my research partnership. I'm very active on LinkedIn, on Twitter. I post everywhere, every day on Instagram, everywhere. I'm always posting things. If someone doesn't like Instagram, but they like Twitter, they are going to see what I'm posting. Of course, it's not always the same thing, but they are going to see what I'm posting on Twitter. Someone prefers Discord, they are going to see everything on Discord. Not same thing, because you cannot post the same thing everywhere. On TikTok, cannot be the same thing, but people are going to see what's there, different content for different media. But communication is not all. You can communicate, you can talk great things, great analysis, but people need to read it. So marketing is also very important. And here I was helped by Mahdi Alon, who is a hedge fund manager in Israel. He was hired by eToro. He's a value investor. So Martin looked at my analysis, he liked my analysis. Of course, he taught me how to make it seem more professional. And he also talked about how my posts on eToro are not that good. The writing is good, but the way I post it is not that good. I write too much. He told me to write shorter, how to write to make it more attractive, because it's all about marketing. It's not just about on eToro. Even if you're a hedge fund manager, if you don't market yourself well, nobody's going to give you money. Look at Katie Wood. She's a great saleswoman, even though her returns are not that good. And I don't think over the long term her portfolio is going to do great. She's a great saleswoman. That's why she's so famous today. Even Warren Buffett, even Ray Dalio, how did they get so famous? It's not just about returns, it's about the good marketing they did. And the last way about how you grow your AUM on eToro is by being held by eToro itself. And here it is a little, I don't know how exactly it works, but sometimes you're going to be selected to be on the eToro on the first page on the editor's choice. So you have been selected by the editors, they're going to put you there. eToro is going to promote you sometimes, but you have to contribute something. Don't just expect them to promote you. You need to have good returns, you need to communicate, you need to do your marketing, and eToro gives you the option that you can ask them to pin your post. So you make an analysis, ask them to pin it. eToro eventually will see what you're doing a great job, and they're going to help you. If you are already doing a great job, of course they are going to help you to promote you. So I have been on the editor's choice a few times. It helped me a lot to gain new copy years, and I was also on the list for the top long-term investor by returns. But I got off this list because my returns are too big now. It happened actually in January. According to the algorithm they use, if you make over 100%, you get out of the list. So I'm making over 200%, so I'm out of the list. But if my returns go down, I will be back on the list. But I don't want that to happen. There are other ways you can get eToro to promote you. You can write on the blog, which I did. I had a webinar with them. There are several ways that eToro is going to promote you. But of course, you have to do the work. Don't just expect them to promote you. Being a popular investor is a full-time job. I don't think you can do it. I don't know. You can do it part-time. But for me, it is a full-time job. Being an investor, a popular investor on eToro is a full-time job. It's like being a hedge fund manager. And finally, you always need to focus on your strategy. You need a good strategy. That's what you're selling to people. So focus on their strategy. Don't change your strategy just to gain copiers. This is a bad idea. I got a comment yesterday that someone copied me for 5 months and they are negative. I think they are 5% down and they are very unhappy about it, that they are going to stop copying me. Okay, they want to stop copying me. I cannot do anything about that. But I just told them it's 5 months. You said it's 5 months. 5 months is nothing. Investing is a long-term game. So I'm not going to change my strategy just to increase my returns, to take unnecessary risk, which I cannot deal with, just to gain more copiers. It's a bad idea. Of course, I know that. I always knew when I got to over 1,600 copiers that eventually it will go down. It's going down. Why it will go down? It's because at the time it was still fresh, that memory that I made so much money on GameStop. But now it's fading and my returns are not that exceptional anymore. But this is only short term. For me, when I'm thinking about GameStop in January, that's very near to me. That's 5 months ago, 6 months ago. It's not 6 years ago. Even 6 years ago, that's short term. I'm thinking about the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 50 years. This is long-term investing, not 5 months. Of course, you need to understand that your copiers, they are a representation of the average investor. Even if you are a value investor, most of your copiers, they are a representation of the average investor. And unfortunately, the average investor doesn't have a long-term focus, only short-term. So you need to be able to do your marketing well to be able to manage that. But you keep your strategy. Don't change your strategy to fit the copiers. So let me know in the comments whether you are a popular investor, you're interested in becoming one. If you have any questions, thank you for watching this video. Please like, subscribe and share. Please watch these two videos if you have missed them. Have a nice day and goodbye.